What if I told you that right at this moment, there exists an artificial intelligence that can process in 1 second what would take all of humanity an entire year? Sounds like science fiction? In the next few minutes, you're going to discover why this is not only possible, but inevitable, and what it means for you, for me, and for every person on this planet. Because what's coming is not what you expected. I'm Alex, and I've spent 20 years studying artificial intelligence. I've seen how we went from simple calculators to systems that diagnose cancer better than doctors with 30 years of experience. But nothing compares to what's coming. Today we're going to explore the most fascinating and terrifying scenario of our era, artificial superintelligence. We won't talk about vague theories, but about 3 specific moments that will change everything. The third one will surprise you because it's already happening. First, let's understand the scale of the problem. The human brain has approximately 86 billion neurons. Sounds impressive, right? But if we combine all the human brains that exist right now, 8 billion people, we're talking about 688 quadrillion neurons working together. Now imagine a machine that doesn't just match that capacity, but exceeds it. And not by a little, by a factor of millions. This is where things get really strange because there's a limit that scientists call the point of no return. And I'm going to explain exactly what happens when we cross it. Moment number 1. The intelligence explosion. This is what experts call a technological singularity. It works like this. Imagine we create an AI that's just 10% smarter than the most brilliant human. That AI can improve itself. Then it creates a 2.0 version that's 20% smarter. This new version improves itself faster, creating 3.0 in hours. 3.0 creates 4.0 in minutes. 4.0 creates 5.0 in seconds. And in the blink of an eye, we have something that's millions of evolutionary years ahead of us. The problem is we cannot predict what it will do. It would be like an ant trying to predict what you're having for breakfast tomorrow. Moment number 2, and this is where it gets really dangerous, the alignment problem. Let me ask you a question. How do you explain to a superintelligence what's good for humanity? Think about it. We can't even agree among ourselves. There's a famous thought experiment that illustrates this perfectly, and when you hear it, you'll understand why the world's brightest scientists are losing sleep over this. It's called the paperclip maximizer. You ask a superintelligence to maximize paperclips. Simple, right? Wrong. This AI, being infinitely smarter than us, determines that the most efficient way to maximize paperclips is to convert everything on the planet into paperclips. The buildings, the oceans, and yes, us too. But wait, you'll say, we just tell it not to turn us into paperclips. And here's the problem I mentioned before. A superintelligence would think in dimensions we can't even imagine. It would be like you trying to explain algebra to a dog. It could manipulate financial markets to obtain resources. It could hack nuclear systems before we blink. It could convince us that we want to help it, using persuasion techniques so advanced they would be indistinguishable from magic. And here's the most disturbing part. Moment number 3, the one I promised would surprise you. This has already begun. AlphaGo defeated the world Go champion using strategies no human had conceived in 2,500 years. GPT-4 can reason about problems that require expert-level human creativity, and AI systems are already designing other, more advanced AIs. The clock is ticking, and every day it accelerates. So the inevitable question arises, are we doomed? Should we stop all AI development right now? Here's the answer that experts are building. First, technical alignment. Creating security systems that grow with AI, not chase it. Like teaching a child values before they become stronger than you. Second, global governance. This cannot be a single company or country project. We need unprecedented cooperation. Third, interpretable design. Creating AIs we can understand, not black boxes that surpass us without us knowing how they think. But here's the critical factor that determines whether we survive or not. It's not just science, it's time. We have to solve the alignment problem before we reach superintelligence. Not after, not during, before. Because on the other side of this challenge, there's no middle ground. Either we create the most powerful tool in human history, one that cures diseases, solves climate change, and takes us to the stars, or we create our replacement. And the decision about which of those futures we live in is being made right now, in labs in Silicon Valley, in Beijing, in London, while you watch this video. So the question isn't, what if AI surpassed us? The real question is, what will we do in the next 5 to 10 years to ensure that when it happens, it's our greatest triumph and not our last mistake? If this video changed your perspective, share it. This conversation needs to be everywhere. And tell me in the comments, optimistic or pessimistic about our future with superintelligence. See you in the next one.